And welcome to the Inland Sports Show, everybody. My name is Pep Fernandez. We appreciate you checking in each and every week for the latest going on here in the Inland Empire. As you'll notice, I'm back in my living room for the second week in a row because when you work with the best in the business, like our director, Johnny Nunez, that's what happens. He's a busy guy. It's graduation time for many high schools, and he's producing and directing the live broadcast of several high schools. So he's a busy man last week and this week, but we will be back in the Teen Vision TV 16 studio come next week. Be sure of that. Coming up on this show, listen, a lot of high school hoops. We're going to check in with Leon Washington. He's the head basketball coach for the Cajon girls basketball team, trying to hang another banner in that gym. They will take on Alemany for a CIF title. We'll also talk to Redlands High School boys golf, fresh off a Division IV CIF championship. Congratulations to the Terriers. We'll check in with them as well. And we're also going to talk a little U of R hoops, a little University of Redlands basketball as well later in the show. But right now, joining us, he's one of our favorite guys. He's back in a championship game. And Centennial High School boys and girls playing for Open Division championships. Join us right now, the head coach of the Huskies, the boys team, Josh Giles. And first off, congratulations, Coach. Man, I know you want to be in the Open Division, but it is brutal. There's so many good teams, but here you are. You guys found a way to make it to the championship game. How does that feel?
It's really exciting. It's been a while since we've been in this situation, so I was talking about it today at practice. I told the guys to cherish the moment, but I also told them, like, if anybody's telling you this is just kind of like a normal game and approach it like it's a normal game, well, it's not a normal game. It isn't like every other game. So that, not to make them nervous or anything like that, but, you know, our preparation, our focus, all that stuff, we got to be locked in.
Well, Coach, just to reach this point, I know, because the Open Division is a little bit different than everything else with CIF. And, you have your pool and you got, whoever finishes on top of the pool, you advance. And you guys had to beat Mater Dei in your final pool play game. And then you were kind of waiting to see what was going to happen in the other game. Kind of describe that last night of pool play and how you guys were able to advance to the championship against Sierra Canyon. Yeah,
it was crazy. We lost our first game to Harvard Westlake, and that was tough. I mean, we didn't have Kylan Boswell for that game because he was trying out for the USA national team, which is like, I mean, how do you tell a kid no for something like that? But we're playing an Open Division game without our leading scorer, so that's obviously tough. And we still had amazing opportunities to win that game even without him, and we just didn't quite get it done. And then our next one against Damien, we had Kylan and we had our whole team there, and we were able to beat Damien, which is a really good, tough team. And it just kind of worked out that last day of pool play, all four teams had a win. Obviously, all of us had to win, but then we had a loss scenario where we needed a certain team to lose, and all four teams were in it. So that was crazy. All the years we've been doing Open Division, and the last couple of years with the pool play, never seen anything like that, which was exciting. But I'm telling you, the most nervous part of the night was after we finished our game, there was about a 5-minute overlap. And so we were in the hallway, and I walked in and I told the team, because the last time we had heard when we were coming off, like Harvard Westlake was up by like 7 or 9 with 5 minutes to go. And, we didn't really say anything to the team, shake hands with Mater Dei. We go into the locker room, and in that little span of time, it was all of a sudden, Harvard Westlake was up by 2. And so I walked into the locker room. I'm like, all right, fellas, Harvard Westlake's up by 2. There's 2 minutes to go. I'll be back. So we went. I was just pacing up and down my office, and I couldn't even watch it. Watching it, and we could hear the crowd inside the gym. They were watching it on phones, so we could hear them cheering inside the gym. And once we found out that Damien had won, which was our scenario to go, the gym, the players, they went crazy. It was awesome. We posted some of the videos on social media, and it was pretty crazy. It was cool to experience that. That was a lot of fun.
I saw those videos. That's why I definitely wanted to ask you about that, because, again, first you had to take care of your own business and beat Mater Dei, which you guys did. And then there was that little bit of time, that window of time where you're like, okay, Damien and Harvard Westlake, what's going to happen here? Are we going to go on in advance? And sure enough, you guys are playing Sierra Canyon in the Open Division Championship. Now, I love the Centennial Huskies, but I don't follow Sierra Canyon too closely. Are they still star-studded? Do they have all those big names on Sierra Canyon still?
Yeah, they're still pretty good. They're a pretty good basketball team. I mean, watching them on film, they're incredibly athletic, and if you turn the ball over against them, you might as well just put 2 points on the board. I mean, I think you would honestly rather throw the ball to the cheerleaders, because if you throw it to the cheerleaders, at least you get to go down and set up your defense. If you commit a turnover that just leads to a fast break, there's going to be guys swinging on the rim, and you just have to really be strong with the ball, take care of it. But yeah, they're good. They have special athletes, and we're going to have to work really hard. But number one key is going to be we better box out. We have to box out and get rebounds.
So, Coach, I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel here in terms of how do you win a basketball game, but it sounds like defense, taking care of the basketball, rebounding. It sounds like some of those basic things, but it sounds like those could be the key to victory, right, against Sierra Canyon?
I mean, yeah, without a doubt. You can have all these elaborate plays and stuff like that. I think, for us especially, can we box out? We're going to have to put on our big boy pants and hit people and box out and then take care of the ball. I mean, it sounds so simple, doesn't it? Don't turn it over, get some rebounds. And if we can do that and, give ourselves a chance, I think that's important. And I mean, we start the 4 sophomores and we have the 1 junior that starts as well. So we're still young, and I have to remember that. And so, just if we can start off the game and kind of get into as soon as we can lose ourselves into the game and not get caught up in what we're actually playing for, the sooner we can do that, the better. We just need to settle down and go out there and play the way we're capable of playing and give ourselves a chance.
Coach, that was going to be my next question, the fact that, overall, this is a pretty young Centennial team, and you guys are having quite a bit of success. Did you have expectations going into this year? You probably looked at your roster and said, man, we got a lot of talent. Can we put this together? Are we going to be a good team? Can we make it to a CIF championship? Were you surprised at all?
Yes and no. I mean, I think I'm surprised by the fact that the guys are capable of playing at such a high level, but at the same time, we are young, and there's a lot of sophomores, because we have sophomores that aren't starting that come in off the bench as well, and a junior that comes in off the bench as well. So it's yes and no. We are very talented, and a lot of the guys that are sophomores and our junior that play, they don't look like sophomores. They're big, physical, athletic kids, and so from that aspect, yes. But there's times like within the same game, we'll be incredibly dumb and we'll look like sophomores, and then we'll look amazing, and you're like, oh my gosh, these guys can beat anybody out there. And so we have those kind of like roller coasters, those peaks and valleys sometimes, and the sooner we can get just locked in and lose ourselves in the game and just kind of focus on what it is that we need to do, the better. But we are talented and we are athletic, so I think that gives you a chance no matter who you're playing.
Hey, Coach, finally, my final question for you, and I've asked this same question to several basketball coaches that we've had on the show the last couple of weeks, the fact that, a couple months ago, we didn't know if we were going to have a basketball season, being a yellow tier sport. It sure didn't look good. Just the fact that you guys were able to get in a season, maybe it was a little bit different than normal, but you were able to get into a season. We've got an actual CIF Southern Section playoffs. You're in a championship game. I mean, at this point, is it like, man, this was like the best case scenario for us? Like this, we got to play and we had a pretty good team and we had a chance to, win a championship here.
Yeah, I mean, again, like you said, you look back in January and February, it looked like there was no chance, right? It looked like there was no chance we were playing basketball, especially. And, to now be here where we are and to have this opportunity, I don't want to be, selfish or ask too much. It would be even better if we could have like full gyms to experience it. That would make it even more special. But just the fact that we're able to do this and all the powers that be were able to put this together and all that stuff it's been awesome. And when we had our first playoff game and we had lost to Harvard Westlake, in the last couple minutes it was going back and forth, and I actually caught myself with like 3.5 minutes to go in a tie game. There was a big play and you could just hear the crowd, and it was like, man, this is awesome. It's so cool to be back in this situation, because we didn't think we were going to be here a couple months ago. And I actually caught myself in the game being like, this is really cool. Like, we got fans here. It's loud. Everything's on the line. This is great. This is what competition, this is what high school sports is about. So it's been amazing. And the fact that we have this opportunity to play for a CIF Open Division title is pretty special.
All right, so with that said, one more question, one final question. The girls play Thursday night. You going to get a chance to maybe, see a home game and see the girls go for it?
we're for sure there. I actually just sent a text to Coach Woods not too long ago, and I was like, man, we're not talking if I don't have a girls basketball shirt to represent on Thursday. So yeah, we'll be in there on Thursday. And Coach Woods and I coached together for a while. He was my assistant for a long time, and so that's kind of cool that we have a relationship where we really do genuinely root for each other's team. So I want to see them win. I would like to think he wants to see us win. So it's kind of a cool situation that we both of our teams being public schools are in this game. That's I don't know if that's ever been done where we've had two on both sides.
Yeah, for the open division.
I don't know if that's happened in the open division. I'd have to look that up. But the fact that we've been able to do it is really cool and special for the school.
Well, Coach, congratulations on the season so far. I know there's still some unfinished business on the table for you guys come Friday night going on the road to Sierra Canyon. And, Coach, thank you again for making time for us on this show. I know you're a very busy guy, especially this week. So Thank you so much and best of luck.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me. I always appreciate it.
Yes, sir. That's Josh Giles, head basketball coach for the Centennial Huskies, taking on Sierra Canyon for the Open Division Championship on Friday night. Quick commercial break. We'll talk more hoops with the Cajon girls basketball team and also Redlands High School boys golf. That's coming up here on the Inland Sports Show. Calling all athletes. Make sure you're at your very best by training at Boost Performance Training in Corona. Whether you're a football player, soccer player, baseball player, lacrosse, athletes from all sports and all levels train at Boost Performance Training. Led by former Centennial High School football star Ray Bass, you'll develop explosive power, become faster, and add that lean muscle. Don't be left behind and get a leg up on the competition at Boost Performance Training. Visit boosttrainingsystems.com for information on their training programs and also on the Bass School. That's the Bass Alternative School for student athletes. Trying to earn a scholarship? Maybe make the varsity team? Get a spot in the starting lineup? Well, let Boost Performance Training help achieve your athletic goals. The number one sporting goods store in the Inland Empire is Ken's Sporting Goods in Norco. Whether you need new uniforms for the entire team, a Letterman's jacket, or new cleats for the upcoming season, check out Ken's Sporting Goods. Plus, now you can order masks with your favorite team, school, business, and more. Order for your entire team or organization. Visit kensportinggoods.com for more information and for the latest on the big sales. Make sure to follow Ken's Sporting Goods on Instagram and Twitter. So if you need team uniforms or sports gear, there's only one place to go in the Inland Empire. That's Ken's Sporting Goods.
Boy, I mean, really, with LeBron being out of the picture for like the first time ever, it does open it up. If you're not LeBron, you got to be like, oh my God, we get a chance finally.
I mean, I guess for us SoCal people, it's really what we want to hype up, because then at least we come into next season with like back-to-back LA NBA championships, so we can really hype up a rivalry.
Very true.
And actually make it a legitimate rivalry, right?
Right.
They say like, hey, the Lakers, they dominate Staples Center. They have all the championship banners. It's all about the Lakers. Even when the Lakers are bad, they dominate the headlines. When the Clippers had Lob City and they were good, it was still always about the Lakers. This might be that small window for the Clippers to sneak in there and kind of, put their flag in the ground and say, hey, we're legit. We're also an NBA championship contender. And when you have Kawhi, who won titles with not only the San Antonio Spurs, but also with the Toronto Raptors, I feel like this guy wins wherever he goes, and maybe this is his chance to get it done. And because Kawhi could opt out, he could leave the Clippers this summer, but maybe this is the window where he takes them to the title. And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show, everybody. A big thanks to Josh Giles, the head basketball coach for the Centennial boys basketball team, playing for the Open Division Championship coming up on Friday night against Sierra Canyon. And again, we're stuck in my living room for the second week in a row because our director, Johnny Nunez, is broadcasting all of these high school graduations. He's the best, so he got pulled away, but we will be back in the TV16 studio come next Wednesday night, so we're excited to be back. But until then, you're stuck with me sitting literally next to my fireplace. So right now, join us live on the show, coming off a CIF championship, big time for the Redlands High School boys golf team. It's the Terriers head coach, Mark Hopson. And Coach, first off, congratulations on winning a Division IV championship. Talk a little bit about that, the match, and what did you guys do well? Because I know you had a couple kids finish pretty high, had to turn in some pretty good cards.
You know, we did a lot of things well. All the kids we played deep. You know, we had a kid come in, our number 5, with 78. You know, and that's you hope for it and you want to count on it, but you know it's golf, and until you do it, you know, over 5.5 hours, it's tough. What I thought they did really well is they just stayed in the moment. You know, they didn't get ahead of themselves. If they hit a bad shot, it was okay. They just needed to regroup. You know, I mean, for that amount of time to spend on the golf course and do it competitively, your state of mind is really important. You know, club selection and where you hit the ball, those are all things that matter. But you know, when you hit a good shot, you can't get excited. You hit a bad shot, you got to forget it too. So I think we did that really well, and the course set up good for us. I mean, it did. We you know, I think we can play anywhere, but it wasn't straight. It was crooked. We took advantage of some crooked holes. And then it was a loaded division too, you know. Chino Hills, that's their home course. They came out smoking and shot 380. I mean, there was 9 teams under 400 in our division. So Damien is stout. They 382. Some really good teams, you know. So we posted early.
Well, that's, Coach, that was going to be my question. You know, as the head coach, you know, you guys come into the clubhouse and you know what your score is. Are you trying to find out what are the other teams doing? How many holes do they have left? Where are we at right now before all the scores actually come in? Are you trying to figure out where you guys stand?
We knew where we stood with the live scoring. When we came in ahead of Chino Hills and Damien right off the bat, because we played with Damien, Chino Hills was out in front of us. So that was a good barometer. You know, I've been telling the kids all year long, 375 is doable. That needs to be our number. That's a 75 average. That doesn't mean you have to shoot 75. That just means you have to have a day if someone else doesn't. You have to pick up that kid. Maybe he shoots an 80. And we did that. Liam Hartling blew the doors off and shot 68. My son Cameron was solid 70. I mean, it was solid. There wasn't marks on the card. It was really clean. Cameron Hartling, he was 74, 2 over his brother Bryn. He had a couple of bad holes, but he held it together, and you know, he came in with 82, which was solid. And then Jaden Lee rounded our scores out with a 78. And you know, he's another sophomore. Our two top scorers were a freshman and a sophomore. Jaden's a sophomore as well. So these kids really played above their maturity, you know, level, their age, so to speak.
And Coach, you know, is that a good thing to see? Obviously, is, you know, these young kids being in a pressure-packed situation. I mean, this is for the CIF championship, and they're just young guys out there and probably just enjoying it, man, having fun on the golf course, right? Was it good to see maybe seeing them just kind of grow up before your eyes, I guess, out there against some really good competition?
Well, yeah, that's the key, and we're fortunate, you know. We have 4 kids that play a lot of junior golf. And we have 2 kids that play on the Toyota Tour, which, I mean, that's the best kids in Southern California every time they tee it up. You have to qualify to play on that, and it's tough. So those kids have been out there, and they've grind. You know, they understand the grind. It's not an easy thing to do. You got to eat. You got to pace yourself emotionally. You got to, you know, stay stable. But to see those young guys, and they did, you know, it wasn't like they were, you know, bright-eyed and young and or didn't know any better. They knew exactly. We played a practice round. We shot 377. And I'm thinking, guys, I'll stand on that number. If you can do that again, and it was fun and it was easy. So we just try to reiterate the fact that, tournament golf and regular golf is the same thing. The course never changes. It's just how you approach it. So we try to stay in the moment.
Well, Coach, you stayed in the moment. You came up big on Monday, and you have to turn right around. And this is a good thing, a good problem to have, because on Thursday you guys advance to the next round, which is going to feature the top teams in all of the Southern section as you guys head up to Oxnard, right?
That's correct. We're gonna roll up to Oxnard, and we're not intimidated. Everything else is that we do is a bonus, and it's an opportunity. We got to look at it as an opportunity that when we've achieved it, we've earned it, right? We posted the number, and we deserve to be in it. So we're not going to go up there and just be happy that we're there. We're going to go up and play. The kids, they want to do well. They have a lot of pride. But we're going to go up there, yeah. I look at this lineup with Palm Desert, Servite, Sunny Hills, Long Beach Wilson, Mater Dei.
I mean, it's
cool. It is, but it's an opportunity. So, that's what I told the kids. You've earned it. Enjoy the opportunity, but, make the most of it.
Maybe go in there and, shock some people, right? Why not? You guys went in the Division 4 CIF meet and, turned some heads, obviously.
Yeah, I think we did. I mean, it's good for our kids, They've been grinding all year. And we've had a lot of support, and just based on the year and the COVID, and we didn't know if we were going to have a season. And then we didn't know who we were going to be able to play. We can't schedule teams cross-county. And so we as a league, I think the CBL did a really good job of getting together. We had some league matches. We had a league phony tournament where the kids got out to play, and it was an 18-hole day. Even though they didn't get to intermix, it was like, two schools. It was dual meet format, so that we stayed within the protocols. But then the Optimist Club in Redlands stepped up, and they hosted a tournament for us at Redlands Country Club. It was only 3 teams, but it's an 18-hole grind. And it was really nice. I mean, the fact that the Optimist Club came out and supported us, and Redlands Country Club supported us on that, and the other coaches at Red and CV were there, and they helped out. I mean, it was a good day. Hopefully we can expand on that next year and maybe bring in 15 teams. And, it'd be a good thing if we could have a Redlands Classic. I think all the schools involved would benefit from it.
Hey, Coach, I was going to ask you, how much golf did you guys get in before you went to the postseason? You talked about CBL play, but did you guys really play that much golf before you actually, went to the postseason?
Yes and no. I mean, we did practice, and we had some really good practice days. There was some days where we did nothing but chip and putt, 50 yards in. We just stayed there. And, there was some range time, and then we really used the CBL prelims and the CBL finals to ramp up towards where we're at now. And we played really, really well at the CBL prelims. I think we had 5 kids in the 70s. 5 or 6 of our guys were in the 70s at prelims. Our 6th guy, Noble Smith, he's really playing well. He was 76 in the prelims. He just missed going as an individual by 2 strokes. So I was looking at the numbers, and we had 5 different kids lead us this year during the match. Those are 9-hole matches, but still, that just shows, we have some quality kids and some depth to it. Yeah. It's not like, in high school golf, if you have a kid shooting 33, 35, you're leaning on that kid and hoping that he makes up for the kid that's going to shoot 45, 46. We didn't have that. We had everyone trying to be the top guy who's the guy that's going to break par. It was a pride thing. And I think our kids did a really good job of getting along, but competing in that, there's no animosity if you were the low guy. It was high five, way to play. And that's the nature of golf. You in the team format, it's great, but it's an individual concept. You're playing for yourself first. And I just try to encourage it. Play for yourself. Play for the best number you can. We'll add them up at the end, and we'll probably be all right.
Well, Coach, best of luck on Thursday. I just wish it was a little bit closer. You rattled off all those teams that advanced, Palm Desert and Servite and Long Beach Wilson. It sounds like you guys all have to make a big trip up north to go to Oxnard. Too bad they couldn't put it like somewhere in the middle. I don't know, like Chino or Corona or something.
100%. You should be in charge of this, man. Scheduling, come on, Oxnard's a tough drive on a Thursday. And then, I'm going to turn around and drive out of town on Friday. I'm going to spend a lot of time in the car this week.
Well, hopefully that drive back is enjoyable because you guys will have a great finish up there.
Yeah, thank you. That'd be great. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. That's Coach Hopson from Redlands High School, the boys golf coach, your CIF Southern Section Division IV champions. Join us here on Inland Sports. Now, when we come back here, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk Cajon girls basketball with their head coach, Leon Washington. The Cowgirls playing for a CIF Southern Section championship, going on the road to Alemany on Thursday night. We'll be right back on the Inland Sports Show.
I would say the one thing that we stress more than anything else is service to our customer. Make sure that they're taking care of whatever you can do to make sure that that order gets to them on time and it's the right quality and what they want. I've been that way since 1976. That was my goal, to reach out to local sports programs, and it's grown from there, and we've been very, very fortunate. My grandson is right over here. He's working for us, and he's going to college right now, and that's exactly what my son did 20-some years ago, and it keeps on going, We have customers that come in the store that it's amazing. People that I haven't been here since I was a little kid, and I used to come in here all the time. And then now I'm bringing my son in here, or a grandpa that's bringing his grandson in here that came in here when we first opened back in '76. We just feel so fortunate to have been a part of this community and this Inland Empire for going into our 44th year now, and it's just been a blessing.
Hey guys, it's Pep Fernandez from the #1 sports show in the Inland Empire, the Inland Sports Show. I wanted to let you know about the BASS School. That stands for the Boost Alternative School for Student Athletes. All of us are trying to find a way to get ahead in the classroom and in athletics. If you're a parent, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Wanting to give your son the best opportunity to succeed. BASS is an all-boys private middle school servicing 7th and 8th grade student athletes. They've got unique, customized curriculum for student athletes, individualized nutrition and athletic development, plus rigorous academic development with small class sizes. This is not an online homeschool. This is a private school for students who are serious about their grades and serious about their sports. BASS school enrollment for the 2021-2022 school year begins in January, so don't wait. Lock up your spot today. Visit boosttrainingsystems.com for more information. And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show, everybody. Good show so far. Big thanks to Josh Giles, the head Centennial boys basketball coach, Coach Mark Hopson from Redlands High School boys golf. We're talking more basketball right now as we get on to the girls' side of it. We've got the Cajon girls basketball team in Division II AA going on the road to take on Alemany for the championship on Thursday night. Head coach Leon Washington, as he's about to talk about, there's banners all across the Cajon High School gym from those CIF titles they won, the state championship. And again, the head coach is Mark Lehman, but Leon Washington was right there, his right-hand man. And now Leon Washington has the Cowgirls back in a championship game for the CIF Southern Section. Here's our interview with Coach Washington as he gets the Cowgirls ready to play for another title and maybe hang another banner in that Cajon High School gym.
It's only a few teams that get a chance to get to this point, man, and I'm just so thankful for the girls to get to this part, man. They've been fighting. I put down the plan early, and they just been sticking to it, man. We've been taking one game at a time. We're not even looking ahead of it. We just go one game at a time. They've been taking care of business. They've been excited this whole run. I've been telling them the excitement of winning the CIF championship. It takes a lot of work, and for them to be where they're at now is just unbelievable. With only 7 to 8 players, a week to preparation to get prepared, it's awesome. It's just awesome.
Coach, that was my next question. You don't necessarily have a lot of players numbers-wise on your team. Like you said, 7 or 8 players. You barely had any practice time going into the season. But all things considered, here you are playing for a championship. I think it just speaks to maybe how resilient your team is this season.
Man, when you got these young girls that are so fired up to play basketball, I don't have too much to do. I just try to give them a little instructions, but they know how to go out there and get it done. And they've been the one that's been getting it done. It's not us or our coaching staff. All we do is simply give instructions. We can't play for them. We can't put the ball in the bucket. We can't play defense. They have been mastering that game after game, and they've been improving game after game. And this is the results. I'm super excited.
And, Coach, you guys are winning the close games. You've had several close games during the CIF playoff run. What do you think that says about your team, just finding a way to win when it matters at the end of the game?
It's funny because before each game, I tell the girls, I say, look, this game is ours already. All we have to do is go out here and perform, and it's gonna work out in our favor. And so far, it's been happening like that. We get down to the stretch, one play is a difference of the game, and we've been the ball's just been falling in our court, man. So, you can't take that for granted. It could have went the opposite way so many times, but I'm just thankful that it went in our favor.
Coach, for anyone who walks into the Cajon High School gym, you see all those championship banners, state titles, CIF titles. I know you were, at Mark Lehman's side for some of those championship banners. Now that you've got your own team in a position to win a CIF championship, that's what it's all about at Cajon, right? I mean, that's why you're there, right? To win another title and hang a banner.
Man, you know what? I tell the girls about that all the time. I tell them, I say, look at this wall. I said, look at what we've done over the years. I said, it's not a coincidence that we're here. We're here for a reason. So, in saying that, they get more excited because they want their names on that wall. And then, we also get a chance to qualify for state. So we get another chance to play for the state run also. So that's just 2 things that, don't happen often.
Coach, are you enjoying this season during the spring? Maybe, I don't want to say more so than other years, but just the fact that we're having basketball right now. Are you kind of enjoying like all the moments along the way? Because we weren't even sure we were going to have a basketball season. Are you kind of soaking it all in?
And you know what's so crazy, Pep, is that for a whole year we couldn't get into this gym. I'm a gym rat. Like I can actually be in this gym all day, all hours if we could. So by us being able to get back in the gym, when they told us we were able to get back into the gym, I was fired up. I was like, oh, I didn't have no girls at the time, But I said, all I need is 5, and I was blessed to get 8. And since then, we've been on the run, man. So
Hey,
I'm
Coach,
excited.
when you guys started practice, and you've got those 8 girls, are you thinking, okay, you're all going to play. You better be ready. Like, I need all of you. I need all 8 of you. You got to all buy in because I've only got 8, but we're going to be 8 good ones.
You know what? The 8 that I was blessed with, we've managed to, find their good points, and then where they're not so strong at, the other girls make up for it. Are girls that are a little bit more experienced. They know how to help the girls that are just coming into the program. We got 3 girls that are playing their first year at varsity, 2 being freshmen, 1 being a sophomore that played freshman last year. So, that's more than enough to be excited about the little group that we've been able to establish and put together. So, like I said, Pep, it's just been a good run, man. I don't take none of it for granted. I appreciate, the support that we've been getting. And like I said, the job is not finished. We got a tough game against Alemany. We know that's going to be a tough game in a tough environment. And that's what we're going to go on. We're trying to prepare now and do what we can to be ready. And hopefully bring that CIF championship back to the IE.
Well, Coach, that's what we're happening. We're hoping we're going to see another banner up at Cajon High School on the gym, and it'll say head coach Leon Washington.
Oh, that's going to be beautiful, man.
All right, that is Coach Washington from Cajon High School, head coach of the girls basketball team as they are set to take on Alemany for that 2AA championship. Coach Washington, I always appreciate the time. I'm a big, big fan. Best of luck come Thursday night.
Thank you, Pat, man, and appreciate your support, man. You've always been there since the beginning.
All right, that was head coach Leon Washington, one of my favorite guys out there, and he's got the Cowgirls back in a CIF Southern Section Championship game. Again, Division 2 AA going on the road to Alemany. Huge game coming up on Thursday night, trying to hang another banner in that Cajon High School gym, which already has a ton of banners, but trying to hang another championship banner for the Cowgirls. Before we go to the commercial break, let's take a look at our big boost plays of the week, and if it's okay with you guys, we're going to go 3 wide on our big boost plays of the week because it's playoff time and we got 3 big boosts. First one coming up, Sheldon Grant, the big star from Aquinas High School, shakes his defender around the screen and buries a big-time 3 for the Falcons. They go on to the Division 3 AA Championship. They will play on the road at Kings, and that is big boost number 1. Big boost number 2, and this one comes from the baseball diamond. He is the new all-time hit king at La Sierra High School. Tyre Rodriguez is also a smart guy. He's going to Dartmouth University. He's already a verbal commitment to those guys. But Tyre Rodriguez, now the single-season hit man, holds the hit record at La Sierra High School. Also, that was a big RBI for the Eagles as they advanced in the CIF Southern Section playoffs. And finally, big boost play of the week number 3. This is Kaylee O. No score for Murrieta Mesa against Crescenta Valley in their playoff game, 0-0 extra innings. Oh my! O goes deep on the solo ride, and that is it. A walk-off jack for Kaylee O. That is definitely a big boost of the week. Congratulations to all 3 of them. Again, either going to a CIF championship game or still alive in the playoffs. Sheldon Grant, Kaylee O, and we saw Tyre Rodriguez, the new hit king for La Sierra High School. All right, we're going to take another quick break here on the Inland Sports Show. The show will roll on in just a moment as we talk a little University of Redlands basketball with Coach Cory Coombe. That's coming up here on the Inland Sports Show. And make sure, a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe to the Inland Sports YouTube channel. Follow us on Twitter. Give us a like on Facebook. We're on the gram as well. That is Inland_Sports_show. We'll be right back on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show. The time
is now. The Boost Training Center is open for business and ready to help all the athletes across the Inland Empire. Doesn't matter the age or the sport, if you go to Boost Training with Coach Ray Bass, they're going to make you bigger, faster, stronger. So if you're out there looking to train this offseason, talking about all you football players especially, check out boosttrainingsystems.com. That is the website. You can find a strength and speed class just for you this offseason so you can be even bigger, better, faster, stronger this upcoming season. Give them a call or text at 951-532-4904 to reserve your spot today. Strength and speed training at Boost Training System. And don't forget, enrollment is open right now for the Bass School. That's Boost Alternative School for student athletes. You can check out what they have to offer at boosttrainingsystems.com. That is the website once again, and you can enroll for the 2021-2022 school year. Again, this is not an online school. This is a private school specifically for 7th and 8th grade boys. Check it out today because space is limited.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show, everybody. We appreciate you tuning in. Now it's time to talk some University of Redlands basketball. We got assistant coach Cory Coombe joining us here on the show. And Coach, first off, I think you're a Pacific Northwest guy, right? How are you liking Southern California?
Yeah, no, it's been really great. Always been a dream of mine to be down here in Southern California, but my sunscreen budget's taking a huge hit right now. So other than that, doing great though.
You know, we were talking off air just a little bit before we jump into the interview here that, you know, the fact that we've got high school basketball going on right now, which is just abnormal. We normally not have something like this going on. You know, as a college coach, you know, do you try to keep an eye on the local scene, what's going on with high school basketball?
Yeah, you know, doing the most that we can, and it's so interesting to see, you know, us kind of picking up the thick of things with our camps, but then also preparing for AAU events, but also wanting to focus on the end of this high school season. And, you know, it's actually exciting. It's different, but it's exciting to kind of see things all happening at once, and definitely keeping us busy, that's for sure.
You know, I know for the U of R this season, again, like everything else, you know, in sports, everything was different this year. And I know you guys were able to sneak in a couple games this spring and play some basketball. I don't know how many seniors you had on the roster, but was it just good to see the guys get together and play some basketball games?
Yeah, no, it was a great experience, and we're so thankful for our administration being able to make it happen. You know, we had one senior who will be back, but we were mostly, for the most part, freshmen and sophomores. And for us being new to the university this year and coming from Whitman, where we had a lot of success there, we're trying to build that here. And, a lot of our players haven't been in this system since they're freshmen and sophomores. So really just a chance to get any games was a win. So.
Yeah, did you just chalk it up to experience? Like, hey, just more, time on the court together. We'll just chalk it up as, scrimmage type practices maybe, to get better for the following year.
Yeah, no, it was a great experience because those guys got to play live games. And for us, we see it as just a chance for all those guys to have experience. So even though they'll technically be freshmen next year, they have a whole year under their belt. But to get live game action to get to play Cal-Lu, a rival too, kind of make that a fun, really fun atmosphere for those guys was just awesome. So we can't trade it. And we're just more excited for our guys next year with the experience they got this year.
Well, Coach, let's talk some summer basketball camps. When I think of summer, I obviously think of, basketball camps and, working on drills and sometimes just the basics if you're new to basketball, if you're a novice to the sport, and I got a quick shout out. You, Cory Coombe, gave a basketball clinic to our church, Redlands Christian Center, which was awesome. You guys are getting plugged into the community. So before we talk about the camps, how important is it for you guys as a program just to, like I said, get plugged in to the local scene and local community and feel like you guys are doing something positive to give back?
Yeah, it's we're so excited about this opportunity. Like I was mentioning, we were at Whitman College before up in Washington, and that was a town of, about 30,000 people. And we had over 500 kids come through our camps throughout the course of the summer. And the thing that made that most fun and most rewarding was is just getting to work with them, but then during the school year, having all those kids come to the games, know our players and interact with them and be talking to them before and after the game. So for us to get involved with the kids here, and we've been trying to get involved with as many people as we can, especially with your guys' church group. It was absolutely amazing. I'm getting to take an hour and a half and spend that with them. But that's what we're excited about, opening these camps in June, July, and August, really getting to get as many kids in the gym, get to work with them, have some fun, teach some leadership skills through basketball, and then hopefully have them be coming out to some games in the winter.
You're probably going to win over some Bulldog fans, right? You go to the camp and become Bulldog fans out there. Coach, so the camps, who's the ages for? Can you go in and not know anything about basketball and still fit in?
Yeah, no, it's going to be open to boys and girls, ages 6 to 14, all ability levels, welcome. Our biggest thing is we're going to be teaching a lot of valuable basketball skills, but also more importantly, leadership skills through basketball. And just doing it in an overwhelmingly positive environment. And we'll have a lot of skill work sessions, but a lot of live competitions, just letting them play and have fun. Biggest thing, even with our guys, even as college athletes, they learn the most when they get to play. And then when they get to have fun, that's when they retain the most. So just creating an environment for all kids, no matter what their experience is, and giving them that experience to really, hopefully, teach them valuable life skills, but also get them a little hooked on basketball.
Coach, whether it's basketball or just sports in general, I feel like sports can teach you so much about real life, about, dealing with your classmates and being in a professional work environment and, dealing with a boss, it just teaches you so much about real life. Do you feel like with these basketball camps, you're going to dribble, you're going to shoot, you're going to pass, you're going to do those sorts of things. But like you said, those leadership skills are life skills to get along and cooperate and teamwork and all those sorts of things. That's a big emphasis, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. And we lead every day with a daily emphasis, and it's always non-basketball related. It definitely can be applied to basketball, but it's stuff that extends outside, like put-ups. When you're in the workplace or whether you're doing a school project with someone, are you giving put-ups to them and constantly making them feel good rather than tearing them down? Or, going to the next play, whether if you're in the classroom, didn't do well in a test, are you going to let that wear on you, or are you just going to get ready for the next one and make sure you're in the best mindset for that? And so we focus solely on that stuff, really, so it can apply to basketball, but more importantly, they can take those skills with them and apply it to any area of life, sports, academics, and relationships, etc.
Well, Coach, if someone's out there watching this and they would like to get more information on these University of Redlands basketball camps, where can they find that?
Yeah, they can visit us at our website. It's redlandsmensbasketballcamps.com. Again, redlandsmensbasketballcamps.com. Or they can email us Our email address is on our camp athletic website, but you can email us at bulldogmensbasketball@redlands.edu. And either way, email us there and we can get you set up, or if you visit us on that website, you can sign up directly. And yeah, just as many we can get here. Hope to have them all out there.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Coach. Thank you for being so kind to my friends and family at our church, but also, again, getting so plugged into the community. And I'm just glad we're having basketball camps again. Last year was so weird. Now that's normal, man. The summertime basketball camps, they go hand in hand, I think.
Yeah, no, it's going to be really exciting just to get kids in the gym. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, as many as we can keep doing, we're going to keep doing it. And if your church group ever wants to do it again, I'm all for it as long as Pastor Don's there. So,
apparently he was pretty good back in the day. So I don't know. You'd have to ask him about that.
Hey, he could have led form shooting it the way he was shooting that thing. So it was, I almost let him take over from there. So
that is Cory Coombe, everybody, from the University of Redlands, assistant basketball coach for the Bulldogs. Cory, we appreciate the time, and I'll probably see you this summer.
Awesome. Thanks, Pep. Appreciate you having me.
All right, that's Coach Coombe here joining us on the Inland Sports Show. Well, that's going to do it for us. We appreciate you tuning in. We will be back in the Teen Vision TV16 studio next week with our director, Johnny Nunez, who is just all tied up with these high school graduations, but we'll get back to normal come next week, and we'll still be in the middle of the baseball and the softball playoffs. We'll still have some other things going on as well with basketball. So until then, God bless you. Stay safe out there. My name is Pep Fernandez. We'll see you next time on your favorite show, the Inland Sports Show.